status quo. What kind of house do you have? What kind of car do you drive? What kind of crap do you own? I mean, that's really it. It's just stuff. And we're back. Hi y'all, hope y'all are doing well. So this is the second part of my Don't Sell Me Anything video. It's going to be about 4 parts, I think, based off of the footage that I have, because I decorated quite a few things within my personal size planner. And so yeah, let's dive in. This is actually going to be a lot more about the comments that I received and the responses that I gave. And like I said, I want this to be a discussion. It's not just about what I think, but also how y'all feel about the situation as well. The first comment that I want to discuss is someone said they didn't want to add affiliate links to their videos because they didn't want to make money on what they share. Now, I just want to get this out in the open. I am not anti-capitalist or a minimalist by any means. If you've been here before, you know that I don't deal with extremes. So making money is not the problem. It's only when there is a compulsion to make money. So yeah, show me some items every once in a while. Share your affiliate links about the products that you share. But I don't want to hear every 2 minutes that, oh, check this out. Oh, check this out. Oh, check this out. I'll check it out when I check it out. If I'm interested in seeing something, I mean, yeah, you can say in the beginning of your video or maybe in the middle of your video, like any products that you're interested in, I'm going to add in the description below. There's one content creator that I've been following, and I love the way she does it. She just says, hey, just want to let you know, you guys, if you're interested in anything that I show, you know that I have all my links below. And then she leaves it at that. And then she shows everything that she wants to show us, and maybe the way she plans, the way that she journals, the way that she does her art. But that's it. I think that's a more tasteful way of doing things. Remember when I said that I did sales a long time ago? Well, hello, baby. Hello. You come to visit? My baby Edward says hello. Hello, baby. Edward, do you not like your hoodie? You don't like your hoodie? Put it on. Put on your hoodie. Now look at me. You don't like it. You don't like it, baby. Oh, I love you so much, baby boy. I love you so much, baby boy. He comes in and out of the office room whenever he pleases. You'll see him every so often, my baby Edward. He is 4 years old, or 3 years old, I can't remember. We rescued him, and he was a year old at the time. Yeah, nobody wants a pushy salesperson. As a matter of fact, when you're calm and collect, that's when you get more leads. That's just the name of the game. You're not going to get someone to buy when you're always talking about, oh yeah, sign on the contract now, sign on the contract now, sign on the contract now. No, that's not how you're going to sell to me. How you're going to make me buy something is you give me all the benefits of what you're showing me, and then I'll make my decision. If there's a lot of benefit involved, that's when I'm going to sign on the dotted line. Another comment that I wanted to highlight, because she got so many likes under her comment, so it really resonated with y'all. She said that she fell into the trap of consumerism, and now she's got a bunch of stuff that will last her a lifetime, and she wants to change her ways. And I really commend that, because until you realize that there's a problem is when, you can fix it. And that's something that I went through 20 years ago. I realized what was going on. Like, I had stuff with tags on them, and I definitely couldn't use the stuff that I had. I mean, it probably would last me my lifetime and more. So that's how bad I got. I wanted to share my experiences here on YouTube, and maybe what I share on YouTube will help someone out there. It could just be one person, and that's really all that matters. I'm not trying to get like a huge following or anything like that. Not trying to win awards or accolades or anything like that. So yes, you can change your life. You don't have to be stuck where you are. Whatever path you choose to get there, because again, not everyone believes in Jesus, but as a Christian, because my content is Christian based, if you read the description on my channel, Jesus did change my heart. He changed my relationship with finances, with my stuff. I don't look at things the way I used to. I don't need it. It doesn't fulfill my heart. The question that I always ask myself every once in a while is, if I lost everything today, would I still be happy? And so that kind of, kind of a shocking question, right? To ask anyone. But if you have Jesus, there's really nothing else you can lose. I mean, we put so much effort into status quo. What kind of house do you have? What kind of car do you drive? What kind of crap do you own? I mean, that's really it. It's just stuff. There seems to be a trend going on right now regarding quiet luxury, and then now people are talking about what is the ultimate flex. The ultimate flex for the wealthy is being able to get something, but deciding not to. Another commenter said that they just bought a passport, traveler's notebook, and field notes inserts, and they decided to return it and just get a pen and gear. All right, so I can also attest to that in regards to the passport TN. Many of you know who have been following me for a while. This is like the bane of my existence, this passport traveler's notebook. There's a ton of people who absolutely love it in the journaling and planning community, and I get it. Like, everyone has different taste. Now, I love the standard size traveler's notebook from Traveler's Company, but yeah, whatever you see on social media, it's hard because sometimes, what someone else loves, you're not going to love it. Pen and paper is all you really need in order to journal and plan, because you can create so many things with just pen and paper. And if y'all have been following me for a while, you know that I actually did digital planning for 18 years before I went back to analog planning. Now, analog planning has always been a thing that I've done for a very long time, since I was a little kid. So I'm not new to it, but because I was able to do it for 18 years and not use any type of paper or anything, it can be done. Right now, in the same sense of my handbag journey, because my wish list in my handbags, I don't really have a whole lot that will complete my collection. With my stationery supplies, I think I'm also in that same boat. A lot of the stuff that I've accumulated within the last 3 years of analog planning, I think my collection is complete. I saw something recently about like a scientific research company stated that we only use 20% of the things we actually own, which is kind of crazy, because if you look at like all of your handbags and all of your stationery supplies, apparently we only use a small portion of that. I mean, let me know in the comments. Do you find that that's true? That's why I started a new section in my EDC about my handbag switches, because I want to kind of see like what I'm using, and I want to be able to rotate all my handbags to make sure I'm using them all. I'm starting to notice though that I have my favorites. I think we all do. But the sad part about it is that I want to be able to use them all, because when I put together my collection and what I was going to purchase, I carefully selected them. So I love them all. Again, I appreciate everyone that has commented on that first part. And thank you so much for all of those who subscribed. I ended up getting 14 subscribers after that video uploaded. So I appreciate it so much. And yeah, I am so humbled, because when I first started this channel, I thought maybe 10 people would be watching me. Like, I am not a very good orator, so y'all know I have some struggles with that, but my goal is to stop editing my videos so much and spend so many hours. I really want to be able to share as much as I can, and so the less editing time, which takes hours, the better. and I do want to get my watch time up a little bit. So anyways, I do want to start uploading more instead of, taking 2 weeks to post something. Now, I try to edit like 4 videos at a time. That way it kind of helps, how often I post. So that really has been the saving grace for me is filming and bulk editing, bulk filming, those kind of things. Well, I don't know if I bulk film, but I do bulk edit. So I film on different days. Anyway, I can talk about that at another time. I know that's not what y'all came for on this video. Speaking of which, y'all, this is a general consensus. I got a lot of comments about videos that you click on that talks about plan with me, or what is my planner system like, and all this stuff, and you get disappointed because it's all advertisements on stickers and promos and those kind of things, and you feel the same way that I do. I just don't like being sold to. So yeah, I was pretty shocked about that, because it's like there's so many videos like that. You would think that people would stop watching them. Speaking of stop watching, I know some of you mentioned that you stop watching certain creators or stop watching haul videos. And tell me about that. Like in the comments, what makes you stop watching the haul videos? Because I know when I did I can't even remember what that video was. I think it was Agree to Disagree. And I'll link that in the description if you haven't seen that one. But yeah, some of you had a lot of comments on that one video about that. But on this video, it's the same thing. Y'all don't like being sold to. I remember somebody commented on something, and then I responded with, there's a difference between selling and sharing. So YouTube used to be about sharing your love of journaling or planning, but now it seems like you're just selling something. And we're all kind of tired of it. But it's a bit of a phenomenon because it's also happening in the fashion community and handbag community, where a lot of people are also getting tired of buying a bunch of stuff. I know the large handbag creators that I would follow, they're all kind of going minimalist. Even in the book community, as y'all know, if you've been following me, I like reading, and I will be doing an update on my reading traveler's notebooks. And apparently there's a lot of people that are just not buying books anymore. That's like their 2025 New Year's resolution or whatever. So it's the digital books. So apparently there was this big thing on the news about somebody got their account closed because they didn't follow the policies of Amazon. And something to do with the Kindle or something. So all of their books that they had paid for digitally, they lost them. So now people are buying physical books. But yes, you can go to the library and all that, but our library, it's not very good. I live in a small town. I either have to purchase them or ask people if, I could borrow their book or whatever. That's a few ways to do it. I also have a video how I saved my first 100,000 in 10 years. I have a list of things, like there are a lot of things that I don't buy actually, and I don't really shop. So there's a lot of things that are on people's lists that I haven't bought in years. And it's not like I'm missing out on anything, and I'm not like lacking or anything like that. I just don't use them anymore. One example is dryer sheets. I use the dryer balls. So yeah, I haven't bought dryer sheets in years. Okay, with the growing trend of minimalism for the ones that used to be maximalists, apparently, there's this other trend that's called underconsumption core. Oh my. Being frugal is one thing, but to sacrifice your health because you're using stuff that is expired, that's not good. I just have to say, some of it is kind of gross. Like, I'm not going to do construction on my makeup or lotion to get like the very last bit. I'm not going to cut up stuff and scrape stuff. That's gross. Or keeping makeup for a really long time. All right. Let me know, y'all, in the comments below. Like, what do you think of this? Have you done stuff like this? I don't know. Maybe I don't want to know, but okay. I get that, life has been hard. I mean, this economy is just insane. Things are going up like 300% at the grocery store. I'm not going to get into that because I'm not going to get sidetracked on this video. But the underconsumption stuff, like that, There's so many other ways to save money, like taking a walk at the park, reading a book from the library, watching a movie at home. There's like a number of things. And like I said, that could be another video that I do. But when we change our habits of what we do in our lives, it can really change the trajectory of our goals. So if your goal is spending less, I really don't look at my goals as I'm going to stop doing something. Because in our minds, when we say we're going to stop something or we're going to do a no buy, it really causes our minds to retract and say, okay, wait, no, I don't want to be limited. What I like to do is I like to think of things like, okay, I'm going to put aside funds for a vacation, or I'm going to put aside funds for a big purchase, or I'm going to put aside funds for retirement. Looking at it that way, that there's something to look forward to, as opposed to, okay, I'm just not going to spend because I don't want to waste my money. In addition to our habits, also implementing routines. So I think about a couple years ago, I did a video about obstacles that I face, and I think I showed y'all my goals TN. It might be my goals TN video that I discussed this, and I can link that in the description below, the goals video that I made. So it was something to do with doing my devotions in the early morning, because it was hard for me to get up really, really early. So I actually have been getting up at 4:30 in the morning for the past, it might be like 2 years now. I used to hit snooze all the time, and so I wanted to stop that. I wanted to start getting up earlier so I could do my devotions. Well, when I wanted to do my devotions a little bit better, I just decided, okay, I'm just going to get up earlier in the morning. So that's a routine. And once you get into a particular routine, then you can accomplish more. For instance, when I decided, okay, I want to post more on YouTube. So about maybe when I started my YouTube channel, I wanted to post consistently, like every 3 or 4 days or what have you. So I decided, okay, well then I'm going to, batch record, and then batch edit. So this is, a routine. I have a full-time job. And so I have to create a routine around the things that I, want to accomplish. Making these goals in the beginning of the year, like New Year's resolution, it's really important that we have to look at it a different way. It's not about, okay, well, it's the start of a new year, let's change our lives. No, do it when you're ready to do it. My little goal sheet in the front of my EDC, I keep that consistently with like one-liners. Just, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So that when I really, put my foot down and say, okay, I'm really going to do it, I'm ready to, because I'm creating that in my mind. I'm not just doing it like everybody else is doing it in the beginning of the year, because a lot of times people with New Year's resolutions, only 5 to 10% of people actually accomplish that. And, that's studies that have been done for many, many years. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. So it was actually a goal that I had set for myself in my mind 2 years prior, and then I had showed y'all my goals TN a year later, after it was kind of, like I said, subconsciously I was already thinking about it, and I kind of discussed it when I put out my video about reading my Bible front to back again. So, and that video was 2 years ago. So if you want to see that one, I'll link it. It's a very short one. And speaking of goals and goal setting, for those who are going through a no-buy year for 2025 or a low buy or anything like that, I just want to encourage all of you that it takes time to get to that level where things don't really matter anymore. And I can tell you from my experience that it did. It took a while to, really get it right. I know that 3 months
of doing that in the very, very beginning was really, really hard. We get so accustomed to convenience. So going out to eat when you're running around doing errands, getting a snack at the vending machine, eating out every day if you have a regular job, Monday through Friday, room service when you're at your hotel, anything that is of convenience, there's definitely going to be a cost associated with it. Stopping by your coffee shop to get a cup of coffee on your way to work, or just anywhere, doing that on a regular basis can really add up. And a lot of people don't really consider the cost because they look at it like, okay, well, it's just $2, or, this item that's on sale is just, $5, or just anything like that. It all adds up, because before you get to your very first $1,000 saved up, it took $1 to start that process, and another $1 to get to the next step, and another $1 and another $1. So the least that you spend, the better off in your savings account. I'm not against any of these things. However, when it becomes a habit and a pattern and it's something you do all the time, then yes, it does get costly. Overall, that's why I say I'm not anti-capitalist and I'm not a minimalist, because I do enjoy nice things. There's nothing against being wealthy. Okay, let me just get that out of the way. Because a lot of people think, especially in the Christian community, that yes, we want to live like Jesus. Jesus really didn't have anything in terms of wealth on this earth. He, wore a robe and walked around, with sandals and things like that. But we forget that the Bible is actually from Genesis to Revelation. So if you read the whole thing, you will understand that Jesus didn't change. He was the same in Genesis as he was in, again, the end, which is Revelations. But during that period, when he came here on earth to let us know about the good news of salvation, he's still the same God. In Genesis, when Abraham spoke with him and all of that, Abraham was wealthy, okay? There is nothing against being wealthy. A lot of people in the Bible that God truly loves was wealthy. So I don't want to be divisive in terms of, okay, you're wealthy or you live in poverty. It is nothing like that. We are all under God, regardless if you don't have as much as some. And just so you're aware, it's also biblical that when God gives you a lot, he expects a lot out of you. So if he provides you with wealth, there is a lot of responsibility in that wealth. Are you giving to those who are less fortunate than you? Are you providing for your family instead of turning them away and keeping all the wealth to yourself? Are you helping those in need? Are you giving to your church? And nothing about a guilt trip to your church. I don't believe in all that with the tithing and you're not going to get as many blessings if you don't tithe, or I'm against that kind of preaching. Sorry. We have to remember that God is not an ATM machine. It's not like, okay, what you deposit is what you get out. No, he's not a genie, okay? He will bless whoever he wants to bless. And speaking of blessings, okay, let me just get that out there. If someone is being blessed, let's be happy for them. Instead of being envious or negative about it or jealous about it. Now that I can say for sure he is truly against being envious or being jealous. It's actually called coveting in the Bible, and I believe that's like one of the 10 commandments. When God decides to bless us, we would want that same experience and that same response, that people are happy for us, right? We have no right to say who God blesses and who he doesn't bless. I mean, that's just being prideful. We don't know God's thoughts. We're not God. So be careful of envying other people, being jealous of other people, comparing yourself to other people. You know, let's just focus on us and try to better ourselves. I mean, that's the way I look at it. Okay, I know. I have been talking about what other people do, etc., etc. Now, on social media, there's this big thing about listen but don't judge. Okay, I'm going to interrupt this video because I just had to say I watched another video of a big content creator and she stated that exact same quote, y'all, just now. Listen but don't judge. Come on. When we normalize our shopping habits or our shopping addiction, when we normalize it and we say, oh, it's okay. No, I disagree. Sorry, I just had to say that. There's a lot of misconception in regards to the verse that talks about take the rod from your own eye before you judge, the person who hasn't ever sinned, throw the first stone. That was Jesus speaking to those who want to, harm the people who they think are sinners. Okay, basically, it's the same thing in the Old Testament, okay? We're not to judge other people in terms of who's, going to be condemned or what have you. That's God's job. I mean, we're not here to be like, okay, you're a sinner, you're not a sinner. No, we're all sinners. Hello. That's why Jesus had to come to save us. But what I'm saying is that in terms of, judging, okay, we have to call out those who are misleading people, okay? Seriously, there is too much misleading in this world right now. And we knew it was going to happen. Jesus already said that there's going to be a lot of falling away, a lot of people professing to be Christians when they're not. And that's actually regarding like the very first comment that I mentioned in this video, that they didn't want to share their links. I kind of mentioned that in my response, is that not everyone has the same relationship with God. Everyone has a different relationship. It's important to read our Bibles. I'm talking about front to back. I'm not talking about pick and choosing verses and all that. That's not right. I don't agree with that. Everyone should definitely read the whole Bible because it will make sense, and God, of course, will give you the Holy Spirit to determine what it is he's actually saying within those words. So I highly recommend that, because picking and choosing verses, I don't agree with that, because you can definitely mislead people by choosing verses and trying to decipher what that means. No, you've got to read all of it, and you've got to pray to God for understanding. All I have to say is don't believe everything you hear or see on the internet. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of people predicting the future who say that they got a word from God. This is a very important time for everyone to start reading their Bible because, like I said, a lot of deception going on. We are nearing the time where, yes, I believe that Jesus is going to come soon. If you read your Bible, you can already see that. All the things that are happening within the world. I mean, honestly, don't even believe me. I mean, look for yourself. Read your Bible, okay? Well, I'm going to go now because, yeah, this is a long... That's the reason why I had to stop watching haul videos and watching all of these, like, people trying to sell to me. I just step away because I don't want to be sold to.